As Israel has shot to the top of President Trump's agenda, world leaders have looked for the perspective of one of Trump's biggest and most reliable voting blocs. And Johnny Moore, the White House's evangelical gatekeeper, has been there to provide it. Moore, a wunderkind PR executive, has served through the Trump candidacy and presidency as the shepherd for many conversations between Trump aides and conservative evangelical leaders who, like Moore, consider the Jewish state and the status of Jerusalem in particular to be at the top of their priority list. At 34, Moore has been consulted about the topic at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue and at private meetings with Arab leaders. He was in the Oval Office a few weeks ago for a private ceremony honoring Trump for saying the United States officially considers Jerusalem the capital of Israel. For evangelicals, those who bless Israel will be blessed, Moore said he tells White House officials. Asked how America recognizing contested Jerusalem as Israel's capital furthers peace, Moore responded with a long pause and then a short answer, "There are better people to ask that question." And after Trump recently threatened to pull U.S. funding for the Palestinians? "I'm not tracking that closely because I just got back from vacation," he said. This is classic Moore, pushing and maneuvering passionately for his goals and then deflecting or going silent on matters he views as peripheral to them. With a pragmatism he learned years ago at the knee of moral majority icon the Reverend Jerry Falwell Sr., he goes for the priorities he thinks he can achieve and leaves the rest alone. In a shift, Trump administration says houses of worship can get direct FEMA funding after disasters. The Senate race in Alabama and Christian nationalist Roy Moore? "I'm not involved." Trump's penchant for lying? "I don't want to get into it. Because I don't focus on those things." The GOP tax law that bitterly divided religious leaders? "I don't think there's an answer. For me, that's all noise," he said. "It's not that it isn't important, but I don't have time for all that. If I did dig into it, I might have stronger opinions, and that would be a distraction for me." Moore sees his approach as savvy pragmatism, others see it as opportunism. Either way, it explains a lot about the rapid upward trajectory of his career. In just a few years, the cheery former youth pastor rocketed from a young competitive debater in rural Virginia to a protege of Falwell, then to chief of staff for reality TV mogul and Christian activist Mark Burnett, and now to advisor to Trump. As the point man for evangelicals seeking White House access, Moore is often the one who picks which leaders get to participate on the Advisory Council, an unofficial and loosely organized group of conservative evangelicals that is the only significant pipeline of religious feedback into the White House. To some, Moore's pragmatism is overdue, and also shrewd, a ditching of religious right-era litmus tests combined with a Trumpian willingness to make deals. To others, however, Moore's calculations symbolize the disintegration of Christian witness and a willingness to let the churches stand for nothing as much as political power.